Hey friends, welcome to my video. Thanks for clicking on my thumbnail. Glad you're here with the I Like team. Now today, K-pop Junkee. That's right, we are back. More news. Yes sir. Alright, this week we got a lot to get to because it's a 9, almost 10-minute video. So we're just gonna get straight into it. Yeah, before we get into it, make sure that you like the video to support K-pop Junkee. And let's find out what the news is this week. Look, we've had a pretty long week since he made a video and a lot of news has come out. So, hey. Looks like we got Bangtan up first. Chan's Live. I did hear there was something going on from Chan's Live, but I don't know what it is, so I'm excited to find out because Stray Kids are my favorite boy group, and I love my leader, so let's see what's happening. 3, 2, 1, click play.
Stray Kids Bangchan recently held one of his weekly live streams, and one of the questions that was asked was how was Music Bank in Paris? And while answering that question, he also mentioned this.
I don't know if it's, I don't know, I might sound like a boomer. I think, you know, because generations are
I kind of, like, know what this is about a little bit, but I haven't, like, fully, like, seen what, like, people's problem with it was or whatever, so.
I don't know, I might sound like a boomer. I think, you know, because generations are different, and I know that as well. But, like, I feel like it's come to the point where greeting someone is not considered as basic manners. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not like cussing people out or anything. It's just that I feel like I'm thinking too much about it, because you know, if you see someone walk by, and then you know you say hi, oh 안녕하세요, but then if they don't reply back, you know, it'd be like, what? Okay, but I feel
Culture
like
thing.
It's come to the point where this generation is allowed to do that.
Before he even continues, I want to have, like, I was talking with one of my friends about this the other day, before this clip even, like, before I even heard about this. I was talking about to one of my friends, I was like, you know what's crazy? Because I feel like, and I'm not saying this is for everyone, but a lot of people from, like, my generation, our generation, I swear manners, like he's kind of saying, are dying. I don't know what the perspective is being taken on this. I'm not saying with everyone, and not all manners are dying, but just little things like when someone older than you, like, yes ma'am, no ma'am. I swear, like, not many people actually say yes ma'am and no ma'am anymore. And, like, it's not even, like, as a trying to be offensive. It's just, like, I don't know, it just kind of faded out. Like, occasionally you can still catch me personally saying, like, yes ma'am, no ma'am, depending on who I'm talking to, but, like, I feel like without even thinking about it, I might just say yes or no. But, like, that sounds kind of rude. Like, when I say it out loud, like, just, well, I would say just yes and no. But, like, I don't know. It's not like a trying to be rude thing. It's just kind of like a casual language. And the way we've developed this casual nature about, like, just being online. Or, like, online culture, like, the way I talk has been influenced so much by just the online everything. Like, you don't sit there and respond to someone online with yes ma'am, like you don't actually know how old anyone is online behind the camera when you're talking in comments or talking in forums or watching videos. You don't know how old, like, so you just sit there, and when you're responding to them, you wouldn't, like, respond a certain way based off what you assume their age to be. So then when you actually talk to someone in real life, it's kind of like that whole age thing is just, like, dropped. You don't, like, especially where I live, without, like, that whole, because I know in the Korean culture or in Asian cultures in general, it's that whole age thing, the respect thing is very important, obviously. And, like, how you refer to someone, like, in Korean, for example, changes depending on your age, right? Or, like, how he's saying, 안녕하세요, you look at someone else, 안녕하세요, you do it back. It's like, he's like, well, sometimes they don't even do it back anymore, like. And that's, like, I can't exactly relate to that 100% with my instance, but I'm just saying, like, yes ma'am and no ma'am, like, even stuff like that, like, I don't just necessarily say that to people anymore, and I've even noticed, like, I don't even say that much anymore. Like, when I was growing up, I was instilled by my parents personally. They were like, you have to say this, you have to do that, that's how it is, that's just how the future goes. And as time has gone on, even they don't really care. So, like, I don't know, I feel like that's some form of formality and mannerisms, like, is like dying. It's dying out almost. I feel like in, like, 20, 30 years, there's not gonna be many people saying, like, yes ma'am and no ma'am and stuff like that. Like, certain things, like holding the door open for certain people, yeah, that's fine, stuff like that. Like, but, like, it's just little things that maybe are instilled in my brain, but I feel like there's certain things that are just gonna die out, and they just I don't know. But he was kind of saying that, but in a different way. So, like, and I'm curious what anyone had to say on this, so he had to apologize for it. So I'm kind of curious, like,
is allowed to do that. Just
I think people were just
not
assuming he
care.
was talking about another.
That's right.
Like they were trying to assume who he was talking
because
about.
I guess
But, like,
there were.
he didn't
a
say
few
anyone. Like, why y'all assuming?
scenarios where,
Stop reading.
That would happen, but at first I was like, okay, what? Okay, this is. I was like, okay, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, maybe I'm just over exaggerating. Maybe just I'm thinking too much about it. Maybe I'm just a boomer. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess it could happen. But then for me, in my perspective, I was like, okay, well, I mean, whoever it is, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna say hi, the best I can, because I'm here to have fun and greet the people that I like and respect. So
Exactly.
I think that was the whole vibe. That was one of the things I remembered from Music Bank in Paris. But
Like you could kind of say, or he's insinuating, yeah, I was here to have fun for the people I respect. I'm gonna do my insas, although like like hi, hello, respect them, like as you do. But then it's like you could say he's insinuating, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, they're not gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Hey, you can at least count on me, my God. Like you could say that's kind of what he's saying. But even if that is what he's saying, if I'm being honest. Y'all need to stop reaching, assuming he's talking, ooh, well, this was all the people that were there, so he's clearly talking about this group and this person. It could have just been some random stuff. It could have been someone who paid for VIP. It could have been, you never know, okay? It could have been just about anyone. If it was another, like, artist, supposedly, who is debuted after them, a little bit younger than them, like, look, it's not that serious, really, but...
This actually isn't the first time he's brought this up.
Sometimes when we greet people... Sometimes they just completely ignore us.
Actually, I see this.
And then, now that as someone who greeted someone can be a bit, disappointing. It can be a bit sad. So, like,
I can see that perspective.
I feel like it's basic manners to, if someone
But yeah,
greets
I
you,
mean,
then
I was taught
at least
that
give them,
it's
like, a little
basic
reaction
manners.
or,
Like, even though, like, that whole yes ma'am, no ma'am thing, even if someone, like, walks up to you, like, in public, if, like, you walk up to the cash register, now granted, I don't really talk to the people at the cash register. I feel like I'm more of an introvert anyways, but, you see it in movies all the time. Someone walks up, hey, the guy waves back, hey, or, like, hey, Ron, hey, Billy. Like, they even said hey when bro fell through the roof. Like, what? Like, I mean, you're just saying hey back to someone when they say hey to you. It's like, oh, how's it going? And then it's like, oh, how's it going? Like, even that, for example, is just like, so it makes sense.
I mean...
Basic manners.
High chance that they probably didn't see, so it's completely fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I feel like greeting is very important. But, yeah.
Plus,
In
greeting,
the
like,
most recent
letting
discussion,
people
although he
know you're
chalked it
there
up to
and
maybe a
whatnot.
generational difference rather than disrespect, and made sure not to mention any names, people began to speculate anyway, bringing up a specific group, which seemed like it caused some chaos. This eventually got to the point where Bangchan has now come out on Instagram, apologizing for the offense caused by his comments, that it was not his intention to specify a
Okay,
certain...
what you say? I didn't actually see this. Bangchan from Stray Kids, I apologize for your offense because of the comments I made during a recent live broadcast. I thought about the impact of my words and behavior can have on others and have deeply reflected on myself. I would like to mention that it was not my intention to specify a certain artist and that my comments had nothing to do with the artist being mentioned currently. I would like to express my deepest apologies to the artists who have been hurt by my careless words. I sincerely apologize. I will be more cautious of what I say in order to ensue this does not happen again, I can assume. Yeah, I mean, he's even apologized. He says here he wasn't trying to, like... I mean, I think anyone with a brain, which I know a lot of that's assuming when you're talking about K-pop stans, but anyone with a brain can realize he's not talking about anyone. And even if he's thinking of someone, as if you haven't, like, you're saying something and you don't think of an example necessarily, like, it doesn't even have to be like a group. You'd be like, yeah, I like Chinese food. You're going to think of that one restaurant in your head or those few restaurants that you like when you just tell someone, I like Chinese food. So it's like, okay, but, like, even I'm not trying to get canceled here. I'm just saying, I feel like if you have a brain, you know he's not talking about anyone. It's not that serious. This is really not serious. This doesn't need to be on the serious side of the video, but it is something that happened, and Stray Kids is a popular group, so we have to talk about it. Plus, hey, K-pop Junkee and Bangchan, they got that relationship. He'd be watching these videos. So, like, it's exciting to see what Chan is going to think of what K-pop Junkee has to say about... Facts.
Artist, and
if y'all know,
has
y'all know.
Nothing to do with the one being mentioned right now.
They're
he ends up by
friends.
saying he'll be more cautious in order to ensure this doesn't happen again. And whether or not you believe it was necessary for him to apologize, he wasn't the only one to do so this week.
Let's see.
Every time I watch or see a clip of P1Harmony's Keeho, he just seems like he's not afraid to be real, which is why he's so hilarious.
You guys keep saying English, please, but you guys aren't asking good questions.
Exactly.
Like, if you asked me some fun questions, then I would answer them in English, but there's no fun questions. You guys.
Yo, I swear, chat's probably just like,
Yeah.
hey, yo, blink if you love me. Like, that's not a good question. Hey, yo, what'd you eat today? I mean, okay, I'll tell you that. Someone else already asked. Hey, yo, how's your day? Oh, man, so many people have asked that. Kehoe, you look good today. Thanks. Like, you know what I mean? And then y'all be at, hey, Kehoe, can you marry me? Hey, Kehoe, can we go to this certain restaurant? You can't ask real specific questions. And you're like, I don't know, just ask something. Like,
but I will speak English for you.
And side note, Back Down is awesome. Well, it looks
Facts.
like Kehoe has now upset some people.
Better Together. Facts. Go listen to Better. Facts.
Is awesome. Well, it looks like Kehoe has now upset some people with some of his recent statements. Someone anonymously posted his messages from a fan communication app where Kehoe talks about how he sometimes thinks about the lives of the people he sees outside. If he sees a student, he's wondering if they're having fun at school, if they're having a hard time, what their major could be. When he sees people working, he's wondering if they're happy with the jobs they have. And then said when he sees unemployed people, he wonders what kind of work their parents do. That last remark regarding those who are unemployed seemed to have upset enough people to the point where Kehoe had to clarify, saying he didn't mean anything negative by what he said, but it seemed to have been misunderstood, apologizing to those he upset.
I could definitely see how that could be interpreted. And so, like, you kind of got to be careful what you say with that one, but...
Although the frustration initially felt toward Teen Top leader C.A.P may have been intentional. There have been a lot of exciting reunion comebacks announced lately. We talked about the heartwarming story of how Infinite got their trademarks for their 13th anniversary, and UKISS just announced a comeback with 6 members for their 15th anniversary. Teen Top also confirmed plans...
Goodness!
Just announced a comeback with 6 members for their 15th anniversary. Teen Top also confirmed plans for a comeback after many years, as their songs have been in the spotlight again after being covered on a variety show. Well, it's already getting off to a rocky start with the controversy involving leader C.A.P. C.A.P recently held a live stream when some people started telling him not to smoke on broadcast. This seemingly angered him, to which he responded that the people telling him this were not watching his broadcast before. They're only here after the comeback news broke and are now telling him what to do all of a sudden just because the group is getting back together. He then mentions the possibility of him not even participating in the comeback at all. This garnered him a lot of backlash as he was using harsh language while expressing his frustrations at fans. Top Media quickly came out apologizing for C.A.P's words and actions and their inability to manage their artists properly. This statement would then be shortly followed by one announcing that after discussing with the Teen Top members, C.A.P will now be withdrawn from the group. They will now move forward with their upcoming activities as 4 members. C.A.P not only put out his own statement and apology, but also went live to further explain the decision. He didn't necessarily think his actions were wrong, but was apologizing for lying to fans. Because when he said he was considering not renewing or participating, his mind was actually already made. He had been wanting to talk to his members about this, but they were extremely busy and also tried talking to the company. He admitted that he felt the only thing he could do at this point was create trouble, apologize, then leave. He understands.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to leave, it's really hard in the K-pop industry for you to be like, yeah, I want to get out of here. How do I do this the most peaceful way possible without causing an uproar? Because it's like, you know, you never want to see anyone leave one of your favorite groups, but like at the same time, I don't know. See, I don't know much about Teen Top. Now as far as smoking, whatever, do you? I don't care. As far as using language, I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, if you're using excessive language in like an apology, I mean, maybe you shouldn't. But also, like, I don't know. I mean, I can also see where he's coming from with the whole, okay, you saw news of a comeback, and now you show up to my live stream, and you're like, hey, yo, I hadn't been keeping up with you in a while. What's going on? Yo! And so, like, you could be a bit confused by that, and then everyone, all of a sudden, all the K-pop stands show up like, hey, yo, bro, you probably shouldn't be doing this, and you shouldn't be doing that, and look, I mean, he's an adult. I'm just going to let him do what he does. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't really know the backstory behind all the clips, so I can't speak fully on it. But him getting let go, I mean, maybe for the best for the team, if I'm being honest. But at the same time, we'll have to see. He also says he wanted out, so I mean, hey, hopefully
We're
everything
extremely
with
busy,
like
and
him and
also-
his company, his members, hopefully they're on still decent terms. Hopefully this wasn't like there wasn't no arguments or anything. It's just like hopefully they're chilling, you know.
tried talking
I
to
don't
the
want it to be
company.
anything
He admitted that
bad
he
or
felt the
anything.
only thing he could do at this point was create trouble, apologize, then leave. He understands that it was selfish, has gone to the company, talked to the members face to face, and reiterated that him and the guys are on good terms and will always be family
I
no
hope
matter
so.
what. I think
That's
a lot
cool.
of fans accepted his apology, understood his explanation, and have moved on, but
Yeah.
for some reason, IU continues to be attacked. There seems to be some
heck?
kind of weird movement against IU at the moment,
Huh?
because there have been flyers spreading around accusing IU of being a North Korean spy, funneling the money through a specific bank, and selling information to China. This also happens to coincide with IU money through a specific...
Nah, I can't read everything on this, but I can read some of it. And damn it, what the hell are y'all doing? What the hell are y'all doing? It's just, y'all, oh my god. People will do anything. I'm talking anything.
bank is selling information to China. This also happens to coincide with IU's company
Plagiarism
now
thing.
hiring a copyright lawyer to investigate the recent anonymous accusations that she plagiarized at least 6 songs. Just to note, this person is seemingly not connected to the production of any of the songs that were apparently plagiarized, but found a
Okay.
law allowing them to file charges on behalf of others. Ever since the writers
law
of Good
not-
Day, The Red Shoes, BB all came out adamantly refuting the accusations, and while we wait to see how this turns out legally, the agency feels as though this is only an attempt to damage IU's image, as the accuser
Seems
is
like
not
it.
targeting the actual composers of the songs, rather just IU herself, which
Exactly.
doesn't make sense.
If you were actually trying to make money, you would come for the people that are making the money off the songs. She's making money off the song, yes, but the songwriters get they should really get more money probably. Realistically, the songwriters don't get paid that much, but like they're the ones making the profit that you should be going for. What do you think you're gonna do going for IU? Go for the people that realistically, I don't know who they are. Who wrote that song? If one of them all of a sudden gets come out as oh they plagiarized, oh well you might win that over in court, but you're not gonna win that over. And plus, taking plagiarism to court 99% of the time, as I talked about last time when this got brought up, is stupid. You're gonna ruin creativity in music with these false plagiarism. And I feel like it's only gonna get stupider because of this whole AI thing that's coming out with AI music. A lot of people aren't using it for that. A lot of people are just making stupid parodies or whatever. But like, I feel like it's just gonna be like, ooh, you tried to plagiarize my song. And then it's like, I didn't. And then it's like, yeah, well, screw you. Give me money. And like, you can't do that. You're ruining creative freedom in the music making process. Like, you can't.
Sense. Finally, last time we talked about Hyuning Bahia stepping away from activities and promotions due to a death in her family, and now it has been announced that SSERAFIM's Yoonjin also had to sit out of a fan signing due to a passing in her family. Hopefully she gets the time she needs to be with her
Wait,
loved
I didn't. How did I not see that? Well, okay. That's also depressing. I hope everything is going good with her. I hope y'all know what I'm.
And hopefully the
just
Red
hope good
Velvet
for her.
girls get the time they need to focus on their
This is a
physical-
fast-paced video, 9 minutes. We're just going from thing to thing. Yoonjin, I literally love you. You write some great songs and you write some really meaningful lyrics, and I know you're a very emotional person. So I wish the best for you. I literally love you. Good luck.
needs to be with her loved ones, and hopefully the Red Velvet girls get the time they need to focus on their physical health. Many fans felt Red Velvet's tour should have been postponed after Joy had to leave a concert early and go on hiatus due to her health. Well,
I've been
that
seeing
now
all
might
this.
actually be happening because Red Velvet recently announced that their upcoming shows in Thailand will be indefinitely postponed after Wendy started feeling unwell and then tested positive for COVID. Mire's Junhook will also be taking a break from most group activities, including their comeback after sustaining an ankle fracture while filming the music video for their new song. But let's also
during
celebrate
the
the
music video. Oh no. I hope that's not like faulty outfit, like the stylist put them in like really hard to dancing shoes, or like the set like broke or anything crazy. Anyway, either way, I hope he gets better. I'm just because sometimes.
Junhook will also be taking a break from most
hope he's
group
doing good.
activities, including their
It's unfortunate though that it's
sustaining
literally unfortunate. Like it'd be one thing to get hurt during like the build up to the performance or the comeback, I mean, and you get hurt like in the dance studio, and all of a sudden you're bummed because you can't participate. You did all that practice and whatnot. I mean, realistically, the earlier on in the practice stage you get hurt, the more it's easier to cope with. But the fact they got all the way to the point where they're filming the music video, it's about time to come back. You get to see all your fans. It's going to be fun. You get to promote. You learned the whole choreo, and then you get hurt. It's like, that's so unfortunate. But hey, speedy recovery.
Kehoe will also be taking a break from most group activities, including their comeback after sustaining an ankle fracture while filming the music video for their new song. But let's also celebrate the positive things that have been happening in the K-pop world. I think we all suspected YG was lying when he said BABYMONSTER would be less than 7 members and then confirmed that there would only be 5. Admittedly, doubt did start seeping into my mind when he took out that board with only 5 spots and then actually announced only 5 members and then explained why he personally chose those 5 members. Well, it turned out to be a swerve like we all thought, because it is now official. BABYMONSTER will debut with all 7 members. I do still kind of feel bad about the way Asa and Rora were presented in this video. After Kai got the fan meeting he wanted, taking pictures and videos of fans that were there so he can remember while serving, Kai has now enlisted in the military, sent off by a reunited EXO. But it won't be long before we see him back with the EXO members, back with his sister.
The haircut kind of looks yo, I'm not gonna lie, look, Kai's my guy. I'm not even gonna lie. The buzz cut kind of looks good on him though, low key.
I'm just saying, like, low key, off by a reunited kind of pulling EXO. It off. But it won't be long before we see him back with the EXO members, back with his sister. Just like how we got a bunch of reunions during a couple of weddings associated with Starship recently, that meant a lot of their current and former artists were present, including all 4 members of Sister, IVE, Cosmic Girls, and even Wonho and MONSTA X together. We've had some huge comebacks and releases since the last.
Let's look. Oh yeah, we got that. Ooh.
Video. The
Vibe and Queen card vibes. Obviously, go listen to that Idol album, please.
Is finally back, killing all of us with that music video. Congrats to SSERAFIM, who also just made their comeback, entering the Billboard 200 at number 6, becoming the fastest K-pop girl group to break the top 10. AESPA, who of course finally made their comeback, now breaking the record, having.
Bro, they really set me up with that one. They said SSERAFIM, AESPA, Idol. Like, what in the setup?
First week sales of any female artist and of any artist in
SM
crazy. Entertainment. The girls are killing it. I can't wait to see them at New York's Governor's Ball in June. I hope to see some of you guys there as well. Let's try to get some of those limited edition photo cards.
Hey,
but if we can't, it's okay, because it's true what Giselle says.
If you want to send me some.
lemons, make mojitos.
Make mojitos. I've seen that clip though. Yeah, you said something like your brain like exploded. Giselle's brain is so big. When life gives you lemons, make mojitos. Facts. Yo, there was a lot of news this week. We had the whole Bangtan thing. I mean, yeah. Okay, we had that. What is this attack at IU? I really don't get it. Like, what do y'all think is okay. IU is chilling. That's all I know. She's chilling. Okay. She's like the most popular person to exist. She's chilling. Kehoe stuff. I mean, we'll see about that. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that, but like, I don't know. We'll see. The BABYMONSTER lineup announced, obviously, stuff like that. Lots of things been happening this week. We learned a lot today. Glad to stay caught up. That was a lot to catch up on. And some of it I hadn't seen before, so hey, that's interesting. For everyone that was just unfortunately going through stuff this week, you know, like Yunjin and Bro's ankle, stuff like that, I hope the best for y'all. Take all the time you need, get better, actually heal up. Like for Yunjin, for example, like you filmed so much content for this comeback already, let alone SSERAFIM's been so busy in their first year of debut. I've watched all of your shows and so many of them. You deserve a break. I'm gonna be honest. Take all the time you need. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Send in my love and my wishes on K-pop. As always, I just want K-pop to thrive and do well and try to avoid as many negative things as possible. So, with that being said, friends, that's going to do it for today, though. Go show love to K-pop Junkee and his video. Thanks for the news, and I'm going to get out of here now. Edit this video and get it up for you, friends. I hope you have a good day, morning, or night, whatever time it is for you and wherever you are in the world. With that being said, peace. Stay in K-pop Junkee. Goodbye.